What's up, guys? Welcome back to Faded Truth. Before you do anything, hit that subscribe button, support your girl. And today I have a very special guest. I got the honey with the honey on the show. Miss Jodeci. We taking it back. Jodeci Gonzalez in the building.
Ooh, yeah.
How you feeling?
Oh, mighty high. Super
I love
buzz.
this tooth.
Thank you.
Jewelry.
It's a 24 karat yellow gold Gucci bumblebee.
Okay, nice. So founder and CEO of Jade, Jodeci's alternative daily enhancements. So you basically own and created a licensed luxury brand, elevating with cannabis education, branding, promotional solutions, and community advocacy.
Absolutely.
It says you're focusing on empowering the minds of humankind to decrease the use of opioids across the nation through holistic approaches to daily living and plant-based products stemming from cannabis.
Yes.
So you got a lot going on. You started this in the pandemic, 2020.
Yeah.
But then also I want to know, why is the opioid epidemic important to you with this? So
For sure. So relaunched Jade with products in October of 2020. I'm coming out with a plant-based honey, and it's a medical grade honey. It's CBG infused, and I really was searching for like skincare products because I was dealing with a lot of scarring coming from the Midwest and moving to the desert. I was developing skincare issues, but not only that, I was also on lots of medicines like gabapentin and Celexa for some of my nerve issues as well. So pain management as well as mental health. And so cannabis was something that I had used since I was 10 years old. The first time I smoked a blunt, I was 10 years old. And I always like dabbled around in cannabis and then I like smoking weed. But it was so different back then because it was like, ooh, like it was so bad in the Midwest.
I thought you were going to say you had scars from riding cowboys or riding horses.
No, I didn't get to bale hay and stuff like that. Thankfully, that wasn't my scene. But
And so it's, is it still criminalized in Indiana?
yeah, it's definitely much so criminalized. Illinois is decriminalized. I'm from Chicago, and growing up out there, I mean, I'm really from the hood out there. My parents, which brought me to the opioid piece, they're actually addicted to opioids, and my father died of an addiction from opioids, and my mom's battling with one as we speak. So I just have a voice for them, voice for loved ones. When I was a professional in human resources as a nursing coordinator, I saw a lot of my nurses that I was hiring also become fired because of an opioid addiction that they would build. So it was just all around me. Indiana was swarmed with opioids addictions. Everyone was having like Hep C or some weird stuff going on, and it all stemmed from pills. And I noticed while I was taking pills, I was not myself. I was zombified, or I wasn't able to live free. Right. So it was important for me, to come over to Las Vegas where cannabis was legalized, and I started I started in the industry as a bud tender, made my way up to management.
I could definitely see you bud tending.
Yeah, and I loved the medical part of it because I've always helped people in independent living, whether they had a mental health issue, or maybe they were blind or deaf, or maybe they just needed somebody to help them throughout the day. And so that's something that I always carried. And in my lifetime, I've always been a community mentor and advocate. So it was important for me to infuse everything, bud tending and mental health and plant-based products. I had lost 100 pounds twice by using cannabis and incorporating a plant-based diet. So
100 pounds?
100 pounds.
Girl, where did you put, what the fuck? Get out of here.
Yes, I was 230
Can y'all see
pounds.
her? I hope y'all can see her because she looks skinny. She looked right. Talking about 100.
Yes.
Where the fuck did it go?
I was 230 pounds.
So you used cannabis to lose weight?
Hell yeah. And it was a study at first. And when I first did it, I dropped weight quick. And then I stopped for about 2 years, and everything that I lost, I put right back on.
Because people usually get munchies when they smoke.
Yes.
So
but
how
it's
did
all
you use
about
it
terpenes and the cannabinoids.
Did it shift your appetite then when you used it?
Or sped up my metabolism. And honestly, it was just because there's a terpene like humulene, and there's a couple of other terpenes that definitely help like stimulate your appetite or enhance your appetite. So it's really nice to have those types of terpenes in your cannabis. And as we grow as an industry, we're learning about different pieces of weed. It's not just weed anymore. I used to buy dime bags, and it was either mids or loud.
We just had Reggie. It was just like Reggie for your whole teen years, and then then they're like, "You smoking that Kush?
Kush?
You got that dank?"
So yeah, that's kind of what brought me to just healing people. Honey was sweet just because I have a sweet tooth, but everything in our dispensaries is brownies or sugars or gummies, things that didn't actually break down in our body. And I try to have more of a vegan-based diet. And this honey that I have is actually a vegan honey. Not all honey is vegan. They usually harm bees in the process of like extracting. So my honey is vegan. They preserve the bees. They're very rare bees. And it comes from a bush that has the healing properties. So it's really neat.
Okay, so first I want to say I'm sorry for your loss with your father. My brother died of opioids, heroin. He started on opioids, but it's still an opiate. Is it considered opiate?
I think so.
So he got addicted when he was like 17, and then his whole life he died at 40 from heroin. So I actually never got into learning about drug addiction until I started the podcast. And one of my first guests was Sober Junkie.
Yeah,
you know him?
I know Sober Junkie.
Yeah, he was one of my first guests.
Of him.
Yeah, so that's when I actually started being more open-minded to the thing that, like, with mental health and learning that these things are really addictions for people, and that they're, they're sick, and that you can actually cure, people with cannabis. So
Absolutely.
Sober Junkie's story was he was a heroin addict, overdosed 8 times, and he literally survived. He came clean off cannabis.
He's a cat. 9 lives.
It's crazy. So cheers to our loved ones in heaven due to addiction. It's not a joke, So if you know anyone struggling, just talk to them. That's all I can say. Pick their brain, check on them, go up to the house, make sure they're living right, because they're going to tell you they are and they're not. So,
for sure.
So I appreciate that you even are putting that into your business. I think that's awesome. The healing honey, CBG enriched Manuka honey, right?
Yes.
What is CBG?
CBG is the mother cannabinoid to our cannabis plant. So it gives you all of the properties of anti-inflammatory and anti-histamine, antibacterial. So everything that you get from CBD, from CBN, from THC, you get in CBG, but you don't get the psychoactivity. So you find yourself, I call it the full entourage effect. You get the full plant experience, which is what a lot of people who use cannabis as medicine is really looking for, like a full spectrum product.
I want to roll up this weed.
Yes.
So I've been waiting to roll this up for you. So I want to talk about this leaf you got going, how this is special, because this looks
For
special.
sure.
So it
It's
comes in
very
like that. It's
special.
not wet yet.
It comes in like this. No, actually, like when I get it, it's a fronto leaf from Ecuador. And it's this big ass leaf. And I hand wash it. And then I super cleanse it with my water cleansing solution, which is a very more pure, not a purified, but a clean water. So I then drizzle the honey on there. So you can smoke it or you can use it as a Band-Aid, because the honey is used in wound care.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
Sexy.
do you split this to roll it, or do you roll the whole thing?
I split it.
Okay.
I cut it up.
I didn't know. I was like, damn, I don't know.
You get like
I gotta
9 to
go
12
upstairs and get another
So you honestly, when you get have this smoke, it's just a holistic method or a holistic wrap to enjoy your exotic smoke, or as a topical aid. So it's a slow burn. It's a cigar burn. If you like backwoods, you'll definitely like these. You just cut them along the veins like you would a backwood. So I just take just a piece of it. That's all you need. And then you can put it back, put it in the fridge, preserve it.
Okay, how long will that